Right, guys, mic check, mic check. How's the sound? How's the sound right now? Is the sound back? Is the sound back? Sorry about that. I don't know what happened there. No sound. Okay. All good. Okay, awesome. So the microphone was switched off, right? So believe me, I spoke to KR. KR said, go on live. I said, you know what? Let's do it, right? And of course I was talking to myself, right? Anyway, you missed the intro. The intro is my name's Sham, this is 0xfiles, and I'm fucking hungry. Excuse my language, but I'm freaking hungry. I've been stressed out all day today. Lighting is awful. What's wrong with this lighting? Anyway, I've been really stressed out. Like, I've been having arguments with everybody left, right, and center, effing and blinding everyone. I've been drained. Believe me, I'm totally drained, right? So, you know, and then brother KR comes along and he said something on Discord. That made my day. Put a smile on my face again, right? Believe me, I'm smiling right now because of you, my brother. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. Okay, I do appreciate that. And I'm still stacking on my little. I need some sugar, guys. I need some sugar. So, what would you like me to talk about? I mean, you want to talk about crypto? It's bleeding out, right? We know it's bleeding out. What are we going to do about it? Nothing, right? If you know the timetable I gave, you know this countdown I gave, I said, look, we might see a green candle. Believe me, if whoever the idiots are, because they've been messing it around a lot of the time. Remember last time when I said, guys, we probably need a miracle in order to recover. And the same is true right now. We need a miracle to get back up. Whichever idiot didn't understand the timetable and decided to pump the market like a fake pump and push it all the way back to 62k to get the FOMO kicking in again, messed up with the timetable. Don't mess with the timetable. I know it's not one of our guys in the community, so... But yeah, you don't mess with the timetable. Wednesday was an optimal day for us to pump the market. If we pumped it on Wednesday, we would have done better because there would have been more money on Wednesday to recover the market and keep us stable. Unfortunately, because some people pumped it on Tuesday, the guys who pump it on Wednesday, they stayed away. Hence why we're bleeding out today. You know what I mean? And then, of course, you got shitcoins launching all over the place, especially MEXC gone ballistic, right? Launching all sorts of shit coins. There was even a coin I saw literally called Dickcoin. I was like, what the fuck? Right? Seriously, come on. Faisal said, on-off ramps in the UK, good exchanges if we're hoping to cash out larger amounts with lowest fees. Coinbase, brother. Coinbase, full KYC, fully regulated, without any hiccups. Crypto.com also has lower fees, by the way, if you use their exchange, right, which is a separate app. But what I've noticed is when you do off-ramp, unfortunately, they don't have good partnerships. They just recently added another company for the cash and, you know, get it back to your bank. They've been having issues, basically. Let's put it this way. They've been having issues, right? In the UK especially, they've been having massive issues. So, and they're expensive. They're freaking expensive. But avoid them. My advice is stick to Coinbase, all right? Gemini is good as well. Gemini, no, there's no questions. Very similar to Coinbase. In fact, it's a lot more smoother. In my opinion, Gemini exchange is a lot more smoother. And I know Kraken also does it as well. But my experience, I found Gemini and Coinbase to be two of the best when it comes to off-ramp. Right? On-ramp as well. No issues at all. You can send whatever you want, right? They don't limit you. Do you know what I mean? I'm not sure if Binance is coming back. I know Binance does have a method to get in. A bit complicated for some people, but I haven't really done anything, to be honest. I'm not going to advise anything because I haven't done Binance for a long time, right? But I did see something vaguely, so you go and check it out. But I recommend fully regulated Gemini exchange, which is one of the heaviest regulated exchanges, even in USA, by the way. They are good. And then obviously Coinbase, as I said, right? So lowest fees, you know. SM says make sure what, brother? Sorry guys, I'm just, you know, I've been totally drained out. I just need some sugar in my body right now. I had a massive goal. So I don't know, a lot of you guys probably on Discord probably heard, like, so the restaurant is completely demolished, right? And we had a bit of an issue where we had a gas leak and equipment failure and whatnot. And one thing led to another, basically. So we thought it was something to do with us or some equipment failure in our side. Like there was a water leak, which collapsed the roof, the ceiling of the kitchen, damaged the equipment, broke up a gas pipe. And we thought it's our fault. We did all the repairs, got it out the place. It's close to like 6 weeks, maybe 8 weeks now the restaurant's been closed. So yeah, it's been costing us an arm and a leg. Did all the repairs, did everything. And I thought I'll do something new instead of doing Indian or whatever, something new completely, right? So went in, done it, and then I found out it had nothing to do with us. The entire leak was coming from an upstairs property, right? So obviously we've identified it, we've talked about it, but the prick upstairs says, I ain't gonna do nothing unless you speak to the landlord. That means he already knew about it. I was like, what the hell's going on? So yeah, you know, I'm just like, today I've been effing and blinding, having a go at the landlord and whatnot, and and I've literally threatened him. I said, look, I threatened him with the legal proceedings. I said, look, if the premises is not fit for purpose, basically, I've got no other choice but to take you to the court, mate, right? So, or you're not going to get your rent. So one or the other. So yeah, he's not having a good time. So it's not going to work out right for him. Ultimately, I'll still win. I know that, right? Because I have right, or I can justify it, because at the end of the day, first of all, I've lost money. I've done repairs that I shouldn't have done, right? And that leak should have been fixed. And that leak was actually something that I've reported over a year ago. So God knows what he's done, but it's messed me up. So anyway, yeah. Shit happened anyway. Make sure, okay. Don't know what make sure is. Chaos is appreciate, bro. I always appreciate you guys, my brother. All of you guys who are on Discord, who come in and talk. In fact, right now, I wouldn't make a video. I wouldn't go live for anybody. Do you know what I mean? But you guys, I'll go live for any time, brother. Anytime, right? So, Chaos, SM says, all good. Chaos laughing about Bitcoin. Yeah, it's true. I'm not even joking. MEXC sent me a notification earlier on. Bitcoin. I was like, what the fuck? It just speaks volumes, right? When you've got all of these shit coins with the shitty names coming out, right? And it's the same community in there pumping it and dumping it. They don't realize people are getting dumped on by these exchanges. It's an exchange scam. Exchanges have figured out that all they have to do is create a whole bunch of tokens, pump it on their platform, right? And act as if nobody knows, or do minimum KYC and whatnot, right? I'm sure they figured something out. And they're pumping these coins out, and they're taking the cash out from people. Exchanges are making a lot more money, so they can afford to give away 50k tomorrow, no problem. Do competitions and whatnot. That's what. Yeah, anyway, so. So what are we talking about, guys? What are we talking about? Crypto market, $2.2 trillion today. We've lost $25.2 billion. It's okay. Ain't complaining, honestly ain't complaining. BTC's back at 60,753. Now, that is also not a problem. Listen to this carefully, right? Remember those targets I gave to you, right? Oh, bro, yeah, we're going to claim that. I'll talk about it anyway. Remember, I give you targets, and I said, look, if we fall below 61K, next level is 58K. The level after that is 52K. The level after that is 48K. Now, what that means is when we break through, then we target the next level. So far, we went close to 58K, but we didn't hit 58K. That means we still held that. So that's a level that we can think about as a support, because we held that. So we don't, if we can bounce on there again, that will be a confirmation that, okay, 58K, that's the bottom, we're going to move back up again. So we've got to take things slowly and understand where it will be. No, it's not a small claims. I'll talk about it anyway. So BTC, coming down to 60,700, honestly, nothing. Bubble says, I'm at work. Of course you're at work. Bubble, next time I'm around the area, I'll come and pop in. I was actually in Milton Keynes yesterday, right? So on the way, funnily, I thought about you and I thought, oh, should I divert? Should I divert, right? Because all I have to do is go down A5. I'm almost near you. So I was like, maybe enough for now. I'm not going to bother you. Plus, it was around 9:30. So I was like, no, I'm going to leave you alone, right? So, yeah, so that's that. But let's talk about BTC. So BTC, even though we're below the 61K, which we shouldn't be because of the metrics that we had last week, right? We're fine, okay? I'm not too concerned about it right now. As long as we can hold a significant level, doesn't matter where the level is, we're fine, right? We just don't want to break through the previous support zones, right? So it's quite simple. So we're sitting at 60,800. It's okay, ain't concerned, right? Some of the coins are holding. In fact, if you look at the total market cap and then look at BTC, right? it will make sense to you, because when you see $2.2 trillion, that price is reflecting the BTC up and down, not the entire market. Someone else picked on that as well the other day. They said, oh, hold on, alts didn't move. It's true, alts didn't move. The big boy is moving, right? Big boys now become the decider. So let's see what that does, right? I'll come back to chat and we'll see what the chat is doing. So yes, I'm seeing a little bit of shakiness. Ideally, what you want to do during this time is pick up your bags if you are planning to buy some, but don't go too crazy, right? Of course, I'm not giving you any financial advice. You know, all the advice I'm going to give you is how to save your funds and keep your funds, right? So for me, what I'm personally doing, I think that's what I can only say to you, right? So I'm personally standing on the sidelines. Yes, I do have little shrapnels here and there, right? Little, you know, petty stuff, right? I have nothing too big, right? If it goes, it goes. I'm not worried about it. Let's put it this way. If I lose whatever I've recently bought, I'm okay with it, right? I can be totally wiped out. I'm still okay. That's how I'm playing this game. I'm not risking anything big, right? So that's how I'm going to play this game. So let's talk about what you guys were talking about, right? So let's see. Right. So KR says, can you claim it back through small courts? It's not a civil matter. It's not one of those, right? What's happened is, I want to make this a lot more serious, because what I've noticed is the landlord is kind of ignoring the situation. But the landlord is ignoring the situation because I have approximately another year remaining on the previous lease, which was a 20-year lease, right? So I have one more year remaining. My feeling is the landlord is avoiding so that we get fed up, cause some issues, and then basically he can just dismiss us and get rid of the lease, right? Because put it this way, there's a ready-made business there set up, right? Originally, when that restaurant was made, 120 grand was spent in that, right? And then over the time, few more £100,000 was spent onto that, right? In fact, I can tell you this, right? 2019 to 2022, another 170 grand was spent into that, right? So I'm just giving you these real numbers. So there's money in there. He knows that, right? And he knows that he can take this business off us. If he can't take it off us, he can probably sell it off to someone else. That's what I feel. Anyway, I've said it to his face. I say, if that's what you're playing, like, you're not getting it, mate. Right? You're not. You're going to be paying for this. Every day the business is closed, you're going to be paying for it. You're going to be paying from your rent. Right? That's how it is. So I'm not going to pay you rent anymore. I want you to take me to court, because what happens then is, if he takes me to court, he has to take me to a main court. And if he takes me to the main court, or even small claims or whatever, big claims, whatever, ultimately he has to fork out all of that, and then he'll be found wrong, because I have all the evidence, all the screenshots, every single conversation I've ever had regarding this leak. So I have mentioned this leak before, but he's pointed it towards me. He said, oh, it must be coming from your roof. Okay, fine. I had the entire freaking roof done. Right? It's coming in from your ceiling. Okay, fine. I had the entire ceiling stripped. Right? Obviously, I've had a situation, so I thought, you know, I'm going to gut out the place, everything, equipment, kitchen, you name it. The place was made into an empty canvas to find this leak. Right? Which I've incurred damages of thousands and thousands of pounds. Right? And every day I'm losing money. So, end of the day, here I am. I've lost all this money because of this problem that I've reported to you over a year ago, and ongoing ever since as well. I've been constantly reporting it to you, but no, you didn't do none of that. So you're going to have to pay for it. So that's how it is. Anyway, right. SM says, not worried, bro. We are going to the moon. Of course, we're always going to go to the moon. Bubble said you should come and see me. I will definitely, bro. Listen, next time I'm around there, I will definitely pop in. All right, next time I'm around there, if I go to Milton Keynes or if I go to Luton, all right, because I do go to Luton quite often. I've been to Luton like 4 or 5 times. If I go to Luton, I'll come see you. Or if I even go to Heathrow, because there are some people I go and visit around Heathrow. If I'm around Heathrow, I might just take a little diversion, come see you. So, you know, if I'm free, I'll definitely come to see you, my brother. Definitely. All right, definitely come to see you. KR says, once we moon, proper meetup. KR, this is the problem. You're planning to only do this when we moon, right? In my opinion, we should meet up now before we moon, so we already had the party and we moon later, right? And then we have a bigger party. We'll probably go out somewhere, go and bloody book a holiday and everyone go together. So yeah, that's a different thing, right? Hold tight. 10x gone to 5x now. Happy with 2x. 10 trillion? Faisal, no, bro. I'm not. Listen, 10 trillion from here, you're talking about 3 million cryptocurrency, right? Pushing it forward. And it's possible. By the way, it's 10 trillion is possible. In fact, it's a number I've talked about many, many times. It's actually possible. But before we get to 10 trillion, we have to get back to the previous all-time high. 3 trillion, 4 trillion, 5 trillion. We need to take baby steps, right? Now, whether all of them are going to push forward, it's a different story. The reason I'm saying this is because, remember, 99% of all cryptocurrency on this freaking planet is a freaking scam, right? By exchanges, by institutions, or by these closed-knit group, I would call it, right? They've figured out a method how to pump and dump on people, and that's what they're doing. So people are holding bags, showing valuation, but somebody else is scamming them out. So think about it that way. So think about it this way, bro, make sure you smash the place up before you leave if he tries to get you. Bro, he can't. In fact, I've already put the paperwork in for another 20 years because he has to give me, by law, it's an open lease. He has to give me another 20 years lease unless he can justify that we're not worthy of it. For example, here, if we've ever missed the rent, never ever, right? In the last 19 years of history, a single day was not missed. Can you imagine this? Never ever, single day wasn't missed, right? So rent was never missed, rates are never missed. Obviously rates are up to us, but anyway, insurances, you name it. No single payment was ever missed. Also maintenance, every single internal maintenance in that restaurant, wiring, plumbing, gas, you name it, whatever, has always been fully maintained by us, right? So we've done our part, but that part which is causing the damage has got nothing to do with us, and we do not have access to this. In fact, if I had access to it, I would have fixed it already. That's the problem I'm having. It's a whole different person, it's a whole different section of the building. Unfortunately, it's on top of the shop, and there's a different access to that, and there's a tenant there, and we can't do anything. So if I had my way, I would have ripped it out and done it already. You know what I mean? I would have fixed it already, because it's a couple £100 worth of job. Okay, fine, even £1,000 fine still saves thousands of pounds. You know what I mean? So it's just stupid, but let's see. But I'm not gonna go and damage anything, bro. You know, end of the day, that's not thing you're allowed to. Listen, I don't want to lose the place. The place is a gem. It's the location, right? In fact, I've had recently, very recently, I've had people posting letters, right? Like offering me money. It's like, do you want to sell it? Because it's closed. Do you want to sell it? How much do you want for it, right? People are coming and offering to me. In fact, last 1 year, I've had more than 100 offers, right? There was one person I did agree to. They took over a year, right, to come back to me. Eventually, they just said, no, we're not going to come. So they did put a deposit down. They never took it. So end of the day, what am I supposed to do? Do you know what I mean? But it's just business thing. But anyway, regardless what happens, listen, let's put it this way, right? Whether I obviously I'm going to claim it off him. That's a whole different story. I'm going to claim it off him. He can't get away because I got too much evidence. He can't get away, and I'm going to play it the legal way anyway. I'm not going to break any rules, right? Ultimately, when I already started to refit the restaurant anyway. Most of the equipment is already in there. But when I refit the restaurant and redo it and relaunch the restaurant, I'm actually launching it as a whole different restaurant, number one. Number two, I'm not going to be there, right? Because you know what I'm doing every single day, what I come and do every single day, I'm kind of better off. Yes, if they need a hand, I've got bodies there. If the bodies need a hand, I'll probably be there. But I can't see myself being there for another, God knows how long, right? It's been long, believe me. 20 years in that restaurant has been long. 20 years on and off is a long, long, long time. Right. What are we talking about, guys? What are we talking about? Crypto. What's happened? Everyone gone? Let me see what's going on. Not sure what's going on. Yesterday's video was it yesterday or the day before we did that video, XRP video? My God, that XRP video. Whoa. I think it got like 700-800 views or something like this On the first day, it got like 500-600 views. It was a hilarious video, right? Because obviously I was talking about certain stuff from my memory. I see DB here. Yes, you did just show up. Awesome, nice to see you, my brother. Like on that video, I obviously talked about certain parts where I picked on. So I'm not going about the entire freaking history. Come on, I don't have a script in front of me, right? Anybody who's going to sit with a script or Wikipedia in front of him, maybe, yeah, can tell you everything. But I'm going from what I picked on, right? The founder, who created it, who was the idea, all of those kind of things. I'm just like, I picked on these things, right? And of course, XRP is a subject that it doesn't matter what you do. It could easily be a clickbait. I could have all my cryptocurrency videos with XRP in the front, and believe me, it will pump, right? Those videos will get views. But again, listen, I'm not here to cheat anybody, right? So I've said to everyone on that video, I said, look, guys, look, I believe the coin is a genuine coin. It's actually a great coin. But there are just certain moral obligations I have where I don't want to hold it because of certain facts, which I've kept on mentioning, right? And I did get a few haters, a few people coming along and, you know, saying you don't know anything about it. No, I probably don't know. Educate. All right. So if there's any other videos out there or anything, guys, any subject, right? If you feel that I am not knowledgeable or I don't know what you know, please teach me. I'm willing to learn. Do you know what I mean? Come join my group. Come to YouTube. Come to the live and teach me. I'm willing to learn. I will read. By the way, I think the whatever you write shows up on the video and the live anyway. Whatever, do it. Doesn't matter. I don't care. If you want to F and blind and swear, by all means. YouTube might ban you, but I don't care. I'm all good with it. You know what I mean? I don't have an issue. So yeah, that subject, yeah, XRP, believe me, every video I've ever done with XRP in the title got masses of views. On the first couple of days anyway, right? And then dies off, fizzles off, right? But it's just hilarious, right? How, you know, the previous couple of videos like were 30 views, right? 30 views. Everyone's kind of bored of Sham, right? This guy is useless, right? We don't want to talk to him, right? We don't want to listen to him because he's full of nonsense, full of shit, right? Emotional disaster, right? And then XRP, boom, 700, 800 views. Fucking crazy, fucking crazy. Excuse my language, but yeah, absolutely, absolutely crazy. So yeah, I'm sitting here in Chelsea right now. I'm in Chelsea right now, near the park. There's a park down here. Actually, this is where they do the flower show thingy. So I'm just chilling here, basically. I was up there in that building over there. Just come to the car, and I saw your message, and I thought, you know what? Talk about it, park up. Why not? I'm not going anywhere. So, and it's freaking hot. So I got the AC on, aircon on. So I'm doing quite well. Guys, is there anything else you guys want me to talk about? All right. I don't know. I don't have any conspiracy theories, guys. There is no conspiracy theories. I know Chaos said, let's talk about conspiracy theories or whatever. I don't have one today, honestly. Everything's a freaking conspiracy. Everyone's after you, bro. Right? I'm so paranoid. Everyone's after you. Everyone's after me. Everyone's trying to take a bite out of me. Do you know what I mean? Thoughts on what? ...2017 ended at the 1. Nah, stop doing that. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. People, there are too many people out there who are trying to connect dots to be unique, which is okay. I respect that. I respect that. That's not how the market works. All right? That's not how the market works, right? Let me explain one thing to you. Think about this, right? I make a video in 2020, right? And I put my reputation, put my everything on, and I say BTC is not going to be 100K until 5 years down the line, right? Or £72,000 until 5 years down the line. Did that factor in any of the Fibonacci sequence? No, right? Why? I wasn't even looking at the market. I was just looking at the current situation on the globe, the pandemic, right? The after effects of all the printing that they've had. That's what I was looking at. It was on the market. So I'm talking about BTC by factoring in the global pandemic, right? You know, think about it. So a lot of the times, too many people try to connect dots. There's no point connecting dots, right? I'm saying it here live as well. Video's not going anywhere. The truth is always out there. My name's Sham. This is 0xfiles. The truth is always out there, right? The point is we have to look at the reality in the market, right? What's really going on in the market. Tomorrow, BTC could be 500K. Where's the Fibonacci sequence then? Nowhere. We could have a massive parabola tomorrow. All of a sudden, boom, 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 everyone starts buying, right? Everyone off like the 2,000 BTC that's available on exchanges or whatever, thousands of BTC that's available. All of that, all of a sudden goes into some locked wallet, whatnot. Someone buys it up. What happens then? Do you know what I mean? Michael Saylor comes along and buys that entire lot. What happens then, right? So we could easily pump to 500K, 600K. Right? $1 million by all means. Also, we could be $1 million of BTC today if the dollar collapses. Do you realize that? If the dollar collapses, right, then we could be there. So when you see the BTC price, also factor in the inflation. Every year, an average of 4 to 5% inflation, when you add that up, right, then you get to see the price reflection. And then supply versus demand as well, right? So there are multiple factors contributing towards a price increase. And that's to do with any asset, right? Some assets will pump, some assets will dump. It doesn't matter, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter, right? So, glad bro, it needs to be a normal cycle which ends 20, hopefully maybe. Hear you, bro. BTC probs taps March 25 and alts run a little later, maybe another month in my view. Yep, why not? I don't see a problem. Can we get 175K BTC? Why not? I would love to see 175 BTC, bro. Because normally finishes 1,040 days. Again, normal is, how would I say this, is quite subjective, right? You've got to look at it in a complete different way. You can't just think about things in a normal way. Everything that we've had, the 4-year cycles we've had, what says that we can't end up having 5-year cycles? What says we can't have a 2-year cycle, right? It all depends on the market condition and the geopolitical situation as well, right? And the economical factors, right? And the funny thing is, BTC's price, it's also dependent on, say, world governments and world currency and, for example, the International Monetary Fund. Right? A lot of people won't look at that. You have to look at the bigger picture, right? Everything contributes towards this, right? The inflation is talking about CPI, right? Faisal's talking about CPI. Similar, yes, CPI, you know, name it, whatever, all the interest rates, whatnot, they all factor in, right? So indirectly and directly, every other institution and governing bodies out there, all right, and market structures also play a part in what the price is going to be. Do you know what I mean? So there is a lot of things that we have to see. We can't just be tunnel vision and look at one thing and say, that's it, right? Yes, if you want to hold that with the tunnel vision, by all means. If you want to hold only BTC, by all means, or hold only BTC. In fact, that's the one I recommend more than anything else, right? But for us to hope for a bigger price, whatever, there will be many factors coming into play in order to happen. So for example, currency value devaluation, that's going to increase BTC price. More demand, increase BTC price. Less supply, increase. So there are multiple factors, you know what I mean? Multiple factors. And of course, as I said, there are other coins out there where all of these things could happen, but the coin will go the opposite direction, right? It will never pump. Why? Because it's just not designed to do that. You know what I mean? So there are so many different things. So yeah. Halvening happened earlier, so could make sense. No, halvening happened exactly on time. It was a calculated halvening, bro. When did it happen earlier? The only thing that happened earlier was we had an all-time high very soon after the halvening. That was it. That's the only difference we've had, right? That's the only difference. But then we are also different. This is not 2016, right? Or 2017 or 2020. This is not it. You know what I mean? We are in 2024. A lot of shit is going. Cost of living, cost of energy, lots of different crises going on right now. Do you know what I mean? So there are multiple things that are going on, which also impact the price and the conditions for the market to thrive or not thrive. You know what I mean? One or the other, right? So let's see what happens. Let's see. One guy I've looked at has been pretty spot on, and hold on, and done absolutely nothing different past cycles, range bound 57 to 73k. We've had a 73, 74k back in 2021, bro. 2020, I think it was, right? We talked about these levels, right? In fact, one of my line is still there. My line shows 78k, so I am hoping for a 78k. So let's see what happens anyway. Let's see what happens. If you zoom into last 3 cycles, check this period. It's exactly the same when you zoom in lots of volatility. You're right. Okay, there is this rhythm, there is this rhyme, but that's more of a traditional market structure. What I'm saying is not that, look, we don't follow certain structures, we don't follow certain patterns. These are patterns, these are emotional, psychological, larger time frames. These are the industrial, let's just say institutional grade structures that have been created for market, you know, to market grow or market not to grow, one or the other, right? So these are fine. These are all part of the global financial metric. Let's just put it this way, right? What I'm saying is they've been created in such a way, but also a lot of people don't focus on what's happening right now, the geopolitical situation, the global situation, you know, the wars, this, that, whatever. So many different things you got to really factor in to see, okay, is this going to push this up or is this not going to push this up? For example, technically BTC should be pumping, right? If the BRICS countries actually have already dumped the US dollars, because the BRICS want to dump the US dollars and they want to move to it, but it hasn't done anything. Now, why hasn't it happened? That's the question many people should ask. Why hasn't the US dollar crashed already? If the BRICS countries, right, Brazil, Russia, India, China, whatever other countries, right, if they're dumping, Venezuela's just recently joined, if they're dumping the US dollar, then BTC should be worth more, because the price difference, one BTC is now going to require so many more dollars. Right? Why aren't we seeing that? That's the question you got to ask. Do you know what I mean? So those are the questions that I ask anyway. Like, I'm just being like kind of curious, and I'm like, I have to ask these questions. Let's see, so many different things. Okay. Faisal says, looks like a megaphone structure ready to move again very soon. Hope so. If you zoom in, okay, I've heard that. Yep. If I have 108k view for BTC, potentially, God willing. Who doesn't want it? We all want to see 100k, sooner the better. And I said, look, I would love to see BTC, you know, be 100k by 2024, 2025. And I want to be wrong. I just want to be wrong. I've said that before as well. DB says it'll be interesting to see if the market responds to any potential policy discussions that might be had to tomorrow's presidential debate. Yeah, that could definitely come into play, but that would just be an emotional thing. It's not going to be how would I say this, like financial data-driven stuff. Because last time the USA is quite different. I don't know, the people in US, I don't know. You know, a lot of people in US don't even know that there's a world out there. Just bro, you reckon some projects can still do Solana? It went from 1 to 250 in 2020. Yeah, definitely. There's plenty of projects out there which could do a Solana. In fact, I'm going to say this, take it with a pinch of salt. Blast is so hyped, I want to see it bleed, and then I think it might actually pull a Solana. Now, how high it goes, I don't know, but I think it's got potential to do a Solana, because so hyped. There's so much money going in. There's so much money invested, right, into hype this. And some of the big venture capital firms out there, they're putting millions down to blast it. blast. Excuse my pun. Oh, man. So yeah, that's something I'm looking at. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. This year, if things play out, plenty of opportunities, of course. Oh, DB is holding a lot of speculative bags. My God, okay, be careful. Are you guys still after big multiples realistically? Who isn't? Listen, everyone is, right? But I'm just gonna, KR, I'm gonna say this to you, right? And I know I've said it to you many, many times, and I've said it to you personally as well over a phone call, through WhatsApps, and all sorts of crazy stuff, right? I want to say it again. Aim for the moon. Aim for the moon. But, right, if you go up 2x, 3x, 5x, take your initial out, take some profit out, then leave whatever. That way you don't get hurt. That's all I'm saying. Because what happens a lot of the time when we're looking for the bags, we forget to exit. It's a common mistake a lot of people do. We forget to exit. I always say, remember that video I said you're possessed, your hands are possessed, you just don't want to press that button. You gotta take that whole thing. So don't be possessed. When you get to a certain level, you made a nice little change out there, take your initial off the table, right? Rinse and repeat, and then leave whatever and then carry on. Now that way, even if you leave the profit money, it doesn't matter, right? At least you know your originals back in your hand. So that way, you're gonna save money. That's all I'm saying, right? Blast, what's the good price? Listen, I'll tell you honestly, Blast, I did add it to my trading view today because it officially launched today on the centralized exchanges, by the way. I'm not looking at the Uniswap crap out there and all the other bits and bobs and all the other scam projects out there, which are also called Blast. I'm not looking at them. I looked at the centralized exchange links on TradingView, right? And I added it to my watch list. And the price at that time was 0.019, right? So it was like almost like 2 cents, right? But it's launch, it's hype time. I want to see it bleed a little bit, right? So whatever happens, let the hype phase go away, and then I want to see it settle. Once it settles, and I usually look for it like, 4 to 7 days from now. So I would look at it again next week, right? And I want to see where it settles, because that's the price I want to buy it. Now, from that point, right, it could be penny, it could be 5 pence, 5 cents, whatever. We don't know. It could be up or down, but it's the settle price that we're looking for, right? Wherever it settles, right? That's where we want to enter. And then from that point, we can then multiply it 5x. That's a good number. Do you know what I mean? I think it's got potential to do a 5x. Then we see what we do. Do you know what I mean? Let's all buy a small bag. KR, what did I just say to you? I'm watching it, bro. What did I just say to you? I've added it to my trading view. Now, you know very well, the only thing I add to my trading view is what I trade. My trading view list is what I trade. Why would you want a DCA for? Why would you want a DCA for? No point DCAing. Let's see what the price of Blast is right now. It's gone up, right? So when I saw it earlier on, it was at, as I said, 0.019. So I'm up a little bit. It's 0.024 right now. Oh, man. Bro, listen. KR, right? I said it's a Solana, right? But I didn't say how high, and I didn't say how many X's it might do, right? Let's focus on what it's doing right now and what we can end up doing, right? Let's get to a certain level, like, 2 cents right now. From 2 cents, if we can get to 20 cents, right? That's not a bad deal. That's a 10x, bro. That's a 10x. And then from that, if we get to $1, well, why not? Hopium, of course. This is hopium. I want to smoke some of my hopium. That's hopium, my brother. Luna, yes, bro. Luna, we smashed Luna. I think it was Luna. I think what was it? I think it was like $30 or something when we left the market, and then left some there. So Luna. So those of you guys who are new here and haven't followed me, KR, on Luna or the YouTube channel, since forever, Luna is a game we played, right? And when Luna crashed, yes, I had bags in there, and the entire thing crashed and it went to 0. But guess what? It didn't hurt me a single penny, right? And I don't think it hurt KR as well. So we did make a lot of money. Well, let's just say a lot of crypto there. Right? So yeah, Luna, we did all right. And again, whatever I had left there, even when Luna crashed, didn't bother me. So similar way, this is what I'm advising to everybody. When you get into the market, you play the game, no problem, have fun, but make sure to take your initial investment out. And if you've done a 5x, then take 1x or 2x off the table, right? Take some profit, treat yourself, and then ride it, right? And then you'll see, you're gonna laugh. So even if it crashes, it doesn't bother you. Hurt you a lot, yeah, of course it hurt you a lot because you it hurt you a lot because you didn't exit the whole thing, bruv. Faisal says the biggest X I've ever made on one coin. Faisal, you're gonna have to get the calculator, bro, right? Let's put it this way. 220 pounds, 220 pounds to, I think currently, if I'm correct, give me a second, I can tell you, hold on. I'll tell you, give me a second. Okay, 250 pounds, or 220, approximately 220 average, to 57,000 pounds. You do the maths. You do the maths, my brother. I can't even remember how many 1,000% it is. Okay? £250, bro. Yeah, the good old days, the good old days, the good old days. £250 to 57,000 today, and the rest is history. Let's just put it this way, right? 200x, you feeling all right, bro? It's a lot more than that. It's more like 20,000, bro. 20,000%. No, Sol was awesome. Sol from $1 all the way to 200 and something. It was just some ridiculous thing. Then dumped the entire lot, came back again. Solana was like $10 or $12, right? I even made a video. I said, guys, all of this Luna nonsense. It was a Luna video. And I said, oh, all of this Luna nonsense doesn't matter. Solana's safe. Don't worry about it. Solana, $10, $12. Get in, buy some, and just sit back and relax. That's what I said, right? Look where we are today. And then, funny thing is, I've actually gone in and out of Solana probably about 20 to 30 times since the Luna crash. In and out, right? But more recently. So recently, I've bought Solana at XYZ price, gone up to a certain level, no problem, auto buys. If I go below a certain level, I dump because I don't want to lose money. So every single time I've been getting in and out, non-stop. Right, non-stop. I've been doing a lot of Solana. And then, of course, sometimes I've recycled the Solana, where the Solana meme coins, when they launch, get in, buy some meme, 1x, 2x, boom, I'm out. I'm out, bro. I'm out. And I'm sure SM, if he's here, I think it was SM. Was it SM or is it Bobby? I can't remember who it was. But I wanted to prove a point, so I just showed him. I said, right, send me one Solana and I'll flip it for you. And yeah, we flipped it. And it's there. Oh, man. So, yeah. The good old days, man. Nah, bro. KR, to be honest, the good old days aren't gone. Do you know what's happened, right? And I'm on a serious note, right? What's happened is the market has lost that decentralization that we had. We used to be decentralized. I'm not even joking. We used to be freaking decentralized, right? We used to, 1% of the entire planet even knew about it, right? And we were able to push the prices high because we were truly decentralized, each man for himself. That's what we were doing. But now what's happened, you got massive groups of whatever they are. I don't even know who they are, right? They have these massive Telegram groups or whatever. They decide what to do. And that's the problem, because everybody else is being fished by these fuckers. Excuse my language. We're being baited, right? All right, people like me, maybe not, because I know exactly when to step out. But the point is majority of the people are being baited, right? And these guys are in complete control right now. And believe me, when I turn around and say Michael Saylor's part of it, XYZ is part of it, Bill Gates is probably part of it, Tesla's Elon Musk is probably part of it. I'm just being hypothetical here, but the point is there are large names and large groups and large institutions all part of it. And they're controlling the narrative right now. And this is the problem. Hence why we have thousands and thousands of coins coming, and any one of them could pump any day. We don't have that uniqueness that we had before, where we only had, like, you know, I'm talking about during my time, only like 150, 200, maybe even as high as 300 coins when I first entered the scene, right? And then by 2017, we had like 3,000 coins. And I think by 2018, we had 3,600 coins. So that's all we had. So it was a limited number of coins. So the diversification didn't happen. And now that the numbers have diversified, who do you pick, right? But these groups are involved in picking a particular coin and pumping it. So you never know. Now it's pot luck, right? But they are always winning. That's the thing we have right now. That's the problem. We've lost decentralization. It's being controlled by a group of people. And that's why, you know, it's a lot harder. But yes, the opportunities are there. You just got to pick the right one, right? But I can't tell you what the right one is. I could have told you when it was 3,600 coins, but now with 3.6 million coins, I can't tell you. You know what I mean? The numbers are just too much. I can't tell you. But what I can tell you, those opportunities do still exist, right? But only exist in closed groups. So if someone has a large enough group, right, where everybody could come, say for example, we have a group of 500 people, that's it, 500 people. Or forget 500 people, let's just, 500 people. If 500 people go and buy a particular asset for $1, I'm not even joking, the method, it's a proven method and it works, right? If 500 people buy $1 worth of a particular asset, they can push the market to $500 million and then let other people FOMO in. But you need a group of people to do this. So, you know, and unfortunately, I used to be part of big groups and I used to have big groups. And because of my ego and my, I don't know, just arrogance, I would say, right? And the need to do things the right way, make sure it's legit, it doesn't hurt anybody. And I just, the number one rule, people must not get hurt. Whatever happens, nobody can turn around and say, Sham, we've lost money because of you, right? So that was the whole model that I had. My model didn't favor anybody, didn't favor me. It favored everybody else. It didn't favor me. And doing that, I kept on modifying, spending thousands of dollars to the point where I've ended up losing the project. I got scammed out. Well, not even scammed out. They just closed the company and they're gone. But I never launched. And then a lot of people lost faith in me. A lot of people lost trust in me. And then I'm just not part of those groups because I can't show my face there. You know what I mean? I'm telling you here live on YouTube, right? I've lost connections that I used to have. I used to have connections where I could call up a brother and say, bro, I need 100K. Boom. When do you want it? Call up a brother and say, bro, I need £500,000 worth of BTC. And I'm talking about the time when BTC was like £500 a coin. Bro, I need £500,000 worth of BTC. No worries, bro. Boom. Send me the wallet address. Send it. He's never even asked for the money, right? Send me the money later. No worries. So those are the connections that I had. Unfortunately, I've lost, you know. So yeah, over time, over the years, I call it my arrogance because now I'm realizing the mistakes I've made. One of the biggest mistakes I've made was I was always thinking about other people and other people's financial situations and like, you know, oh, they shouldn't lose money and this, that. Fuck it, I'm not in control. Even God doesn't come down and control that. What the fuck would I want to control that for? That's what I'm saying right now. That's where I made a mistake. If you can't make your right decisions and you end up losing money, it's not my problem, right? If people follow instructions, get in, get out, do whatever they need to do, right? Everybody makes money. And that's what these big groups are doing. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not going to say anything else. Oh man. Guys, difference is Sham always dumped it. Yeah. That's the biggest difference. I'm always ready to dump. For me, if I'm in a coin, I never fall in love with the coin. Even BTC, even though it has been my biggest gainer, it has been the one that I've been preaching since 2015. When a time comes, I will happily dump the shit out of it, right? Fucking diarrhea on it. Honestly, I don't care, because the point is I don't want to be stupid. If it doesn't have anything, why am I holding it on for? Find something else. Do you know what I mean? I'm a realistic person. That's what it is. Of course, as I said, I've made certain mistakes. I just freaking gave a whole entire statement here. I have made mistakes, and now I've realized those mistakes, and I'm like, you know what? I've got to be a little bit more ruthless and see what I can do. So let's see. Faisal says it would be around 20,000k. Yes, around 20,000%, something stupid like that, depending where we are in the market. But that's not the point. That's the point is not. I think the question was like how much. Yes, that's the percentage. But there are other coins who have performed even better, right? That's taken a very long time for me to say that. That number is just what you're seeing right now. So that's not the reality. That's the number, what you're seeing right now. But the point is if I was to calculate that from that day, then that's the percentage that I've made, right? But in the short term, there's been times when you enter with 5k and you come out with 50k. That's a 10x, right? So yeah, you can make percentage that way. This was just a number I'm giving you from the day one that I entered, right, to what it is today. I'm not even giving you the all-time high, just today's price, right? That's an example, nothing more. So don't take it the wrong way, right? That's just a way of just giving an example that that's the kind of percentage we have made or potentially made. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I'm going to say. What was that? KR said, wait, Sham, what about Shiba? And we did well on that. Shiba, one night stand, bro. Remember, it was one night stand. There was me, there was another brother. We jumped into Shiba and we flipped Shiba in the same night, doubled the money, took our initial out, and then we played Shiba with the profit money only. So Shiba, every single penny that I've made on Shiba later on, so after the first 24 hours of announcing it, that was just profit money. So yeah, Shiba was really good. I played Shiba quite a few times, actually. Pumped it, dumped it, pumped it, dumped it a few times. So rinse and repeat, why not, right? To the point where eventually when the market gave up, it was exit. And when I exit, that meant everything. And I announced it on video and I said, right, guys, I'm out. Everything's out. This is it. End of the market. So, but I rotated mine into DOT, which dumped 80%. Everything dumped 80, 90%, bro. Everything dumped 80, 90%. That's the reality, right? This is why when we make money, we have to treat ourselves. You know, get that mentality, that psychology. I'm in it to make the money. I've put $100 in. I've put $1,000 in. I've put $10,000 in. My target is to make 10%. Right? A good target, 10%. I want to make 10% by the end of the month, right? So whatever it is, that's my target. Now, if I've doubled my money, freaking hell, I want to cash out because now I've got more money to play with later on, right? And when here's a method I'm going to give to you. You're going to love this, right? Let me take a puff. KR says he's going to bed. KR, you won't want to listen to this, right, before you go. But anyway, I'll just say this and then I'll finish it off as well because I'm also going to go. One of the things a lot of people don't understand, right? Say, for example, you started with $1,000. Rough example, right? You started with $1,000 and you got lucky. You were targeting to make $100 at the end of the week, end of the month, end of the day, whatever, right? Whatever your time scale is, right? And how greedy you are. You wanted to make that. Anyway, you ended up doubling the money because your coin pumped, or 5x, 10x, whatever. Anyway, you doubled your money. When you doubled your money, you now have double the portfolio. So your 1,000 became a 2,000, right? Just, I'm keeping in that sense, right? 2,000. Now you put it into another asset. Unfortunately, that asset doesn't pump. It bleeds. When it bleeds 10%. Well, guess what? 10% when it bleeds is actually $200 of your 2,000. So that means you still got your original 1,000 plus another 800. A lot of people don't understand this. You don't lose money. So remember recently on Discord, I made an announcement. I said, some of the guys who have invested with me, I said, guys, all of your funds are safe, right? Why is all your funds safe? Because we've never played with the original funds. The original funds are still safe. It's there. It hasn't moved, right? And the original fund, when it did increase, right? When you take the entire amount, the loss was insignificant, right? There's nothing. When you lose 10, 20%, it doesn't matter, right? So that's what it is. You got to understand the bigger picture. The more you can grow your fund, the less impact it has when the market bleeds. It doesn't bother you anymore, right? Because your initial is always going to be safe and you're playing with bigger amounts. So your losses are now decreased, right? That's how it is. I shouldn't be saying this here. This is something that I normally do when I go with my colleagues and associates, when I go and talk to them, when I do my business, basically. That's what I do anyway. But you got the freebie here. KR, Night, brother. No worries. Other than that, do you know what? I'm not going to go any longer on this as well. It's been a great stream. 56 freaking minutes, right? Great stream. It's been lovely talking to you guys. Yeah, I mean, if you guys want to join and jump on a live or whatever, let me know, guys. If you let me know, and if I have some time, I'll jump on. Do you know what I mean? But if you don't, then, you know, there's no point. Because, look, I'm limited to what I can talk about, right? The way I kind of work on YouTube, most of you guys know this, right? I say certain things that would come a week later, a month later. So I don't have stuff to talk about every day. I'm not going to sit here and BS you guys. Do you know what I mean? You know, if there's a subject, yeah, of course I'll come on and I'll talk about it. But if there isn't, what's there to talk about? Do you know what I mean? You know, remember, I don't do YouTube for any financial motivation or anything like this. I'm not doing it to get a whole bunch of people come and join me in this and that. I'm not, but it would be nice. It would be nice. Smash that like button, hit that subscribe if you are new to the channel. My name is Sham. This is 0xfiles. The truth is always out there. There are many, many things that I've said on these videos, on YouTube and on Discord and all sorts of other places, right? Which are there as an evidence of what I've said, right? There are statements I've made regarding the future, and those certain things will come true, maybe not. Right, I wish some of those things don't come true, but the point is they do, right? And I'm not saying I'm some sort of a genius or anything like this. But all I'm trying to say is my whole style of making videos is I'm not talking about today. I'm talking about tomorrow. I'm trying to give you guys a head start in what to expect. Not exactly, you know, indefinitely, this is what's going to happen. No, I'm just giving you a rough idea. This is what's going to happen. This is a particular direction. And that's what I do for my daily living as well. Like, that's what I was doing just a little while ago. I teach people, guys, do this, do that, follow these methods, understand this, what happens. This is what I do, you know, for my everyday work. So yeah, I mean, so I know, listen, my videos are not going to be entertaining. They're going to be very, very different. I'm a very serious person. I'm a very serious person, and I'm just human. I make mistakes, whatnot, right? But ultimately, compared to other YouTube channels, this is going to be completely different. So if you are going to be sitting here watching me, or even come to talk to me, understand this, you have to take me with a pinch of salt, right? I'm not going to hide anything. I'm not going to hold anything back. I'll just say it as it is, right? So that's that. DB, thank you very much, my brother. Thank you very much for coming to the show as well. I do appreciate that. KR, thank you very much for coming to the show. I know you're not here. Faisal, thank you very much for adding and contributing to the channel. Thank you, my brother. I do appreciate that. You are an absolute great guy. And I love the fact that you've just recently joined us, but you have a lot of knowledge on a lot of things, and I appreciate if you could share that. And you are, I know you're sharing a lot of stuff on Discord and that. It's brilliant. I do respect that. And who else was there? SM was here as well. SM, thank you very much. And Bubble, Bubble's vanished. He's at work anyway. So Bubble, thank you very much. I do appreciate you coming over to the show as well. I know it's kind of busy all the time with work and life, but yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure having all of you guys here. It's freaking dark here right now anyway. 29 degrees outside, would you believe that? 29 freaking degrees outside. But yeah, absolutely fantastic. Smash that like button, hit that subscribe, share with a bunch of people if you can. Let's grow the channel. The more the channel grows, or the more views I get, let's just forget the channel growth. I don't really care how much the channel grows. The views, guys, if I'm getting a significant amount of views, and if you guys come on to engage, right, share with other people, who more people come to engage, I could be here forever. We could be sitting here for 5 years, sorry, 5 hours, right? If necessary, we could be sitting here for 5 hours, and we could change the world. And when I say that, I'm not joking. I'm not being sarcastic. We could change the world. Just think about that, and you probably wonder and ask yourself, what is he talking about? There's so much, guys. When we come together, we can move mountains. Let's just say that. Other than that, guys, it's been an absolute pleasure having all of you here. Thank you very much. Like, share, subscribe. Let's catch up on another one very soon, hopefully. Let me know whenever you guys want another live stream. I'm going to jump on. Okay? Adios, my amigos. Thank you.